Welcome back on the AM show. Let's get into the news now. And in our first story, Foreign Affairs Minister Shirley Ayorkor Botchwey has disclosed that the Economic Community of West African States is still continuing with its diplomatic engagement with the military junta in Niger, urging them to restore democratic governance, as evidenced in the 2 extra summits taken by the bloc. In a speech read on her behalf, she notes that the effect of 5 coups d'etats that occurred in 4 African countries is being felt by the entire continent. Here's Rafiq Salam's report from WA.
The regional sensitization workshop on ECOWAS protocols for state and non-state actors held in the Upper West region sought to enlighten the participants with comprehensive understanding of the ECOWAS protocols and conventions. Its primary goal is to empower the key stakeholders with the knowledge and understanding necessarily to participate and maximize the benefits accruable from ECOWAS regional integration process. Coordinating Director for International Relations at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Perpetual Dufu, reading a speech on behalf of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Shirley Ayorkor Botchwey, noted that the region is at a crossroad of economic development, insecurity, and political instability. That notwithstanding, she averred that steps are being taken to resolve all issues of instability and destabilization in the member states.
Sadly, the effects of 5 coups d'etat experienced by 4 ECOWAS member states between 2021 and 2023 are heavily felt by the entire region and beyond. In recent days, there have been further attempts to destabilize a 5th member state, that is Guinea-Bissau. As far as mediation and conflict resolution is concerned, ECOWAS has a long history of successfully resolving cases of political crisis, such as the resolution of the civil wars in Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Cote d'Ivoire. In the case of Niger, ECOWAS is engaged in continued diplomatic efforts urging the junta to restore democratic governance, as evidenced in the measures taken by the bloc in the 2 extraordinary summits convened within a short space of time. We have just returned from the ECOWAS summit of heads of state and government, which was held on the 10th, that is yesterday, and the communique will also give us further direction as to how to deal with the issues of instability and destabilization in some of our member states.
Former member of the Council of State and Paramount Chief of the Kulu Traditional Area, Nasir Bremer, commended the ECOWAS for establishing the protocols by all heads of member states to re-examine themselves in the area of good governance to avert imminent coups in the region.
We are working hard to see how these issues can be resolved. And I realize here again, as members, where we want good governance, if there was good governance, you think we would have had instance. So we have to re-examine ourselves. When we meet at the higher levels, we shouldn't even go there to take tea and other things, and come back. Let's look at these things. If sincerely there is good governance in this part of the world, I don't think that this is happening.
Deputy Executive Director of the Center for Indigenous Knowledge and Development, CICOD, Daniel Bonuku, calls for the establishment of livestock corridors to regulate the movement of livestock and also to increase the economic potential of the region.
How can we take advantage as the West African coastal regions of this problem, especially when our livestock production, local livestock production, is reduced? The livestock meat, fresh meat we find in the market, 70% of it is coming from the Sahel. Go to the wild livestock market, check the animals that are killed there on daily basis. If we cut them off, we cut off a lot of local economic potential in the West African coastal region. So we need to find ways of dealing with it. And how do we do that? We need to establish what we call the livestock or transhumance corridors. The corridors, in our view, is one way to regulate the entry. Because when we did the search around the Upper West region, there are over 67 entry points.
Reporting for Joy News, Rafik Salam. Wow.